Hello, Nooks here, and welcome to episode 7 of my Minecraft survival series. Today, we're doing a bit of few things, hopefully, at least two things. And we're going to start off with the farm to finish up the outside because I did not have time for it in a while. And then we're going to go and look into building an XP farm if I can find the spawner, because I did remember that I might have deleted the screenshot that I had the coordinates in, but we're not going to think about that just yet. We're going to start off with the farm. We're doing a bit of yard work, and I think I can just get on here. I can climb up a bit higher, and I think I'm going to start off with just the outdoor path and the outdoor area of the house. And the plan, I have no plan for the front of the house just yet, but for the path, I want to make it look muddy. So I have coarse dirt, well, I'm not going to use normal dirt, most likely fruited dirt, few mushroom blocks that I got with a silk touch hoe that I found in an abandoned portal, which I'm very happy about. Then a bit of brown concrete powder and packed mud. That mud is just here, just I can make more. And then of course mud bricks and jungle slabs, as nothing else has slabs. I need slabs to make it nice to walk up so I don't have to jump all the time. Like Mojang, please make more slabs. I need them. So start off with a bit of a time lapse to get all this ground done, and then I can talk to you about the tractor, the well, and the fire pit. I think those are the three things that we're adding. Yes. So let's start off with the path, and I'll see you in a few minutes. And that's the ground all muddied up, and I even had to put on my boots so my trousers wouldn't get muddy. And I did add quite a bit of flowers. I'm not sure, is it a bit too much? Do tell me your opinion of, like, should I have less or more, or should I just have this amount and then have different colors instead? Because I kind of wanted to try and do like one color palette, mostly with the flowers. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure how is it looking. Yeah, do tell me your opinion, please. But yeah, so next thing, the tractor and the well, and then the small fire pit. So the well and the fire pit are going to be very basic, but the tractor I actually had to do some mocking up in creative. So I didn't want it to be overshadowed by, I like the house to be overshadowed by a huge vehicle. And I also did notice that I think the large tractors, at least for now, are kind of above my skill set of like, oh, they look kind of okay-ish. And I did use like real life tractor references. But I feel like I don't have enough knowledge of Minecraft blocks to actually make it fully work. And I did notice from the size of like, yeah, this would not work in the yard. So I went with something smaller that I could design by myself. And yeah, the first version did not really work. But then, yeah, I ended up doing just a bunch of color variations. And I think I'm going with this checkers one. I think I love the red the most still, but I did figure out I've not found a mangrove forest yet. So I don't have mangrove yet. So we're going to do this one, and then maybe later on we can add a second tractor to like some part of the fields or something when I don't need to actually harvest them at all. So we can have both. And so as the tractor is quite small, it is a very basic build. And I do have all the blocks on me, so and I have all the blocks for the wall and the fire pit as well, so it's like, it's not much. But we can just start off with the basic thing. Wait, actually, I need to open the creative for a second. Yeah, that's how it is. Yep. And I do remember, like, building the first tractors when I was doing this. I was working on it, and I was so annoyed at myself to be like, oh, I'm not really figuring it out. I wanted to make this huge John Deere tractor, because like that's the tractors I had around when I was growing up, and I remember just sitting in them like with like a family friend who was like doing field work, and like I really loved them. But it's kind of, you always kind of can, you often you end up having these situations of like your skills are just not just there yet, so you just need to keep on going. And it is frustrating sometimes of like, just you want to do something but then it's not really an option for you because you don't just have the skill just yet. And that's kind of, I feel like we live in a time that people expect you to be perfect on the first try. And I feel like that's one of the reasons why I didn't start making these videos until now, because a lot of people do start doing them when they're like 15 and such. I never did that. I was always too afraid of like how people are gonna look at me, or like how they're gonna react to everything I do. I think it's like, it's completely fine to like fail or falter, because you always learn. Because like, to be honest, if I wasn't willing to like give it a try, I would never like built this. I wouldn't have figured out how to do this, and I would have lost the joy of doing things. And I think that's kind of thing of with everything I kind of do nowadays. I want to learn to just enjoy learning instead of caring about what the outcome will be. Because I do remember, like, when I was younger, there was it, like, yeah. It just sounds so, I didn't mean this to be that kind of sad. Oh, I need a shovel. Yeah, give me a second. I didn't mean that, like, to be that kind of a sad tangent. I wanted to be kind of optimistic, because I want my outlet on life to be optimistic nowadays, because I feel like a lot of things in life end up quite negative nowadays. So I am very much just doing all these videos, all this building just for my own fun, and I want to share it with people because I want people to feel fine with sharing their stuff, even though it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be like something that everyone's going to love. But there's enjoyment in doing it, and I feel like that's the main thing about it. So it's like, I know there's not that many people watching this, but I just want you to do the thing of like, oh, I've always wanted to do something for ages. Go do that. Go have fun. Go and enjoy just doing things. Because I do remember, like, as a kid, I forgot to get the water. I enjoyed singing a lot. I was part of like this choir that a lot of times we went to like nursing homes to sing, and I really enjoyed it as a kid. But of course school happened, and in the end I just did not have the time or even really a chance to continue. And nowadays I'm like, I try and sing and I'm like, I can't do it anymore, because of course it's been years. But of course, and it's like I never became a singer. Like, music never ended up being my thing. But as a kid, I just remember enjoying it, and it feels weird now. Like, as an adult, you're not meant to enjoy things. You're not like, good at, or like somewhat proficient at, which I find like just kind of sad. So I'm sorry if I went on this kind of a weird tangent there, but it's just one of those things I feel like, especially now, it's like, don't stop doing things just because you're bad at it if you enjoy it. So I feel like I'm quite good at building. I'm not the best, but even I have times sometimes I'm like, oh, should I just even do things anymore because I'm not the best at it. Gonna keep those there. But yeah, yeah, I'm sorry for that tangent. That was meant to be so much more optimistic, but I hope it did end up being a bit optimistic, at least for some of you. And it's like, just keep doing things. Because like, to be honest, like I didn't like fully mention it in my last episode, but I did like hint at it of like, yeah, I got into like making YouTube videos for Minecraft because of Hermitcraft. And I do remember it being a thing of, at least for like a few years, that all these YouTubers, when they made like videos for Minecraft, everything was so like large. Everything had to be like these huge like builds and such. And that's why it was one of those reasons I didn't end up making videos, because I was like, oh, I don't have the time or energy to make like like a whole castle in like one video, because that's not me. I take my time with things. Isn't it cute? Yeah, sorry, I'm really having a tangent here while I'm building. I'm trying to keep track of like what am I saying actually. But yeah, you can like pull down on this and it comes up. It's cute. I think it didn't. I think it's not too large that it's like overshadowing. Yeah, because I was scared it would be too large as well, so it's not overshadowing like a house. But yeah, it's like for years I didn't make YouTube videos because I was always just thinking of like, oh, I don't have like 20 hours a week to build something like large and like impressive. But I feel like, and it's like because I very much come from like watching like Hermitcraft, and I think I was just watching like different people, and now that I've watched a lot more of their stuff after like I didn't watch for a few seasons, and it started kind of come back to that of like, you do what you enjoy kind of thing. Because I feel like there is still a mindset of like, if you do stuff on YouTube, you're expecting it to be a career. No. I'm sorry guys, I'm just here to... Wait, what am I doing? My brain just completely stopped. These are not the ones that I'm gonna do that for. I'm gonna do that for the benches. But, yeah. So I feel like nowadays, it's like, at least my head is more in the space of like, I'll just do things because I enjoy them. But like, at least a few years back, I was still into being like, oh no, like if I start doing something, it needs to be, either I need to be very good at it, or it needs to be a career. Because I think that's what life kind of pushes us towards. But I don't think that's the healthiest way to go about it. So I think it's just like, as long as your bills are paid, you end up in a situation of like, you just have good enough of a situation like that. It's like, outside of work, everything else you can do, just do what you love. And I know I'm gonna sound a bit naive doing that because I am still relatively young. But I think that's the whole thing, why I'm doing this, and what I want to share with you is just the enjoyment of this. Because, this is the fire pit. It's nothing huge. It's not anything fancy, but it is something I enjoy. It's just this one small more piece of a character for this area, and I enjoy it. And that makes it purposeful. It's the fact I enjoy it. Yeah. I don't know where my brain went for the past 10 minutes. I feel, at the same time, I feel like I don't want to cut that out of the video. So I'm like, do tell me if you guys hated that and like, you don't want me to ramble on in the videos like that. But I sometimes have these thoughts of like, I just need to get it out of my mind because it's like, it's not gonna leave me alone if I don't. Let's just add a bit of path to the there so we can get it looks a bit more natural, I think. Actually, yeah, we can add the like play around with the ground a bit so we can expand like the muddy thing a bit so it's like the stone doesn't stone doesn't stand out too much from the ground. Oh yeah, I forgot that can actually like float. But that's kind of the main thing about it for me. Yeah, I got so emotional there, I think, for a second. I'm so sorry about that. But yeah, I think just it's like because I feel like there is the chance of like someone who's still figuring out of like do they want to do something creative is watching this and I'm like, yeah, go for it. You don't need to be best at it as long as you enjoy it. And if someone tells you like, oh, you're not that good at it, they can just tell them like don't listen to that. Like I've had more than few people in my life to tell me like, oh, what you're doing is not like good enough or like that stupid stuff like that. But that's not true. It's like everything you enjoy doing is not stupid. I really need to move on from this tangent. I can you guys give me a moment? I just need to. Okay, yeah. But yeah, TLDR, did not listen, did not read. Just do things. Listen to Pirate Software if he's one of those, like, people you follow. That kind of a thing, I feel like. But I just feel like, of course, I've got. Oh, Trident! Oh, I don't have looting. Oh. I don't have armor. Okay, let's grab armor and see if we can get a trident out of him. Where did you go? Oh, there you are. You're still there. Okay, good. Wait, are you? Wait. Did I go? Oh, did I just... Is the house that far away that it despawned? Oh, I think it despawned. Sad. Yeah, I probably should have my armor on me. I was just running out of inventory space. Okay, that got me out of the tangent. Wait, we can finish up this. Just add a bit more of things. I don't have a plan for this. I'm just throwing mud around a bit. Let's see if we add like a small path here. Because I feel like this is kind of the route I'll take. Come to this area because this is the only gap in the gate. Okay, yeah, that's the fire bit done as well. So very basic, just fire itself and then some benches around it. But yeah, I always love these kind of spots. Just in general, in nature, of just sitting around a fire with your friends and then probably eating sausage. But yeah, I feel like it does add character. I think I'll need to add a bit of more plants on this side at some point. Yeah. I think, yeah. I'm really liking the farm. I like how it's like kind of gotten together by the end of it. I still kind of I'm looking at the farm and like the fields, and I feel like when I have the pumpkin and melon farm done at some point, I'm probably gonna like rework them so it's like they look a bit better. But for now, it's like because it's my only farm, I do end up harvesting most of this stuff, so it's better to be functional still. But yeah, as we have moved away from that tangent, whatever it was, the next plan, and next planned thing is, as all of these stuffs are done, I'm still so happy with the tractor. Oh, I almost became a truck driver just because I like larger vehicles and that kind of stuff. I'm like, oh, I want to drive like tractors and like trucks. One thing I'm so sad that didn't happen when I was a kid, of like, because you end up having like that one field car and it's like you just end up going like, that's how your dad teaches you to drive, like instead of actually getting like a teacher to do it. So, but I was like so young when we moved out of the farm, so I didn't end up getting that experience. I'm so happy. Yeah, I'm really happy with how everything's come along. I do maybe want to change the tractor to a red one later on, or then add a second one maybe, or like for example here, just on a spot that's like straight enough so it fits. It's like, oh, there's no green trapdoors, so I can't make a green one that looks as nice. So yeah, I think that's done. And now that I got my armor out for the drown that just decided to disappear, we can go and start heading to do the XP farm. I actually need to grab a few things for that. Not too many, but a few things. And I think, yeah, because I think it's just a few things, and then I need to actually figure out maybe a way to get there. Because I do think I might have lost the screenshot I took. So, give me like 5 minutes, and if something weird happens in the caves, you'll see that. Don't worry. Okay, here we are. And took me 20 minutes to find this place. And it just occurred to me. I could have checked my recordings from before. And it would have been so much easier to find this. But I think yeah, this is one of my blonde moments. I need to have at least 2 a week, or then I'm gonna have a very bad week. But yeah. I'll need to keep that in mind for the future. But yeah, so I'm just gonna do a basic XP farm, which is just the dropping one. I think that is like the easiest one to do, at least for me right now, because I was able to get ice. Thanks to that one golden hole I had found. Was it sometime in last episode? I don't even remember when. But we did sadly lose him. I was watching an essay. I did not. Completely my fault. I was watching an essay, I did not notice. But yeah, so we're gonna do the normal dugout. I don't even remember how many blocks it is, but it's 4 each direction. I actually forgot building blocks. I have everything else I need, but I don't have building blocks. So this is not gonna be any fancy at all. And we're just gonna be dropping them. What, 23 blocks, I think. I think sometimes I do 24 because there's still quite a lot that survive. 24, but I think 23 so we can get more XP. This is a high, very, very high spawn area. Do a drop of 23 blocks and then just finish with the sword. I think because this is such a basic, classic design. It's such a classic design, I have it memorized, like I have it memorized. I don't need to check for a tutorial at all, which is a weird thing. So I have no one to credit because I have no idea who started it. And if you end up knowing, do tell me. I would love to know like who came up with like this like idea that it's like the most basic spawner possible. I'm just gonna put this on because I forget it each time. But yeah, let's do a short time lapse because this is gonna be very, very basic, and I'll show it to you afterwards. That didn't take too long, I think. Not even a whole, not even a whole video essay. I hope everything's working normally. Everything should be working normally. I can hear them coming through. Yeah, this is very rough. And I think, in all honesty, I think I'm gonna spruce this up a bit more. Yeah, yeah. Because I do want to get like an entrance up top. So I don't need to... It did take me like 20 minutes to find my place here because it's just full of loops and everything. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do a bubble elevator. I'm gonna... I'm trying to figure out what could I make this look like. Maybe like a crypt or something. Yeah. All my stuff is there. I think a crypt would be a bit boring. Oh no, no. I know. I need to actually gather stuff for this. Not too much stuff for it, but some stuff. I think I want to make this into like... how do I explain it? There's so much sound here that I'm getting confused. No, so I think I want to make this into like a scientist lab of like a crazy scientist. So I'll need a little white concrete. I'll need brewing stands. I'll need... have some bottles I've found from like random chests at like places. So I can make this into a window. I do need to like shut that down for a second. But yeah, now I have a plan. Let's do it. Hello, Editing Nooks here, and I miscalculated on how much time I had left for the episode. So I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to show you the lab in the next episode. But also, we are going to end next episode because now I can finally enchant my stuff and hope that I'm not gonna die 100 times to the end dragon. But that's gonna be next week. I hope you like this video. If you did, drop a like, subscribe, comment, tell me if I did something wrong or I'm just like, or you have a better idea how I should do something. And I hope you like this, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.